So today we were greeted with the news that several Boy Scouts or young boys in the Boy Scouts, 12,000 at some estimates, have been molested over dozens of years. One thing that these things tend to have in common is they have, whether it's the Catholic Church or whether it's television stars or music stars or even Boy Scouts or even Jehovah's Witnesses, these Christian organizations, is they have a group that's above reproach and other groups that are designed to protect that person's reputation. Like if you're a Boy Scout, you look at all the things that happened. There were district attorneys and there were judges and there were police officers that wanted to protect that institution's reputation. If you look at what happened in Penn State, systematically there were district attorneys and police officers that wanted to protect their reputation. If you look at what happened with the Catholic religion, there were people who wanted to protect those people's reputation. And there also were predators that were mixed in among everybody else. They had a ready supply of people who would drop their children off to them and would not question them. They would drop them off and leave them to their own devices and not question them. And I say that if you at any time were obviously the victimizer bears the most responsibility, but the people who look the other way too. If you were a judge or you were a prosecutor or you were a police officer or you did anything that subverted people's attention, that made people not be aware of what was going on, you didn't prosecute those people, then you are culpable too. But who bears a lot of culpability is parents. Parents who led their children to these men were like leading lambs to the slaughter. You knew or you should have known what was going on with your children. You are supposed to be their biggest advocate. You are supposed to be the one that protects them. And even if they don't say something to you, you should know by how they act. There are institutions that are supposed to protect us that we have seen did not. There are rules and laws that are supposed to protect us that we see did not. And when all else fails, you should at least have your mama and daddy. Like when I was growing up, there were certain people you couldn't hang around if your parents didn't know what. If I don't know their mama and daddy, I'm not letting them hang around you. If he comes from a family that's a lot of trouble, he can't hang around you. Parents have a huge responsibility. Who drops their children off around grown men that they don't know? Who drops their children off and puts them in circumstances that they're not aware of? You're supposed to be your biggest child's advocate. You're supposed to discipline them, and you're supposed to protect them, even when we live in a society that won't. There's something that we're supposed to do when nobody else does. Like my mother said, the world don't owe you nothing. I'm the only one who loves you. I'm the only one you know for sure loves you. And that is the way we should live again.